Life is our canvas. Let's paint it together.
We are young, we run green, keep our teeth nice and clean. See our friends, see the sights, feel alright.
We're drawing Gex today. Grab a piece of paper, grab a pen. It's time to draw Gex. So starting off, to draw Gex's head, we start off with a circle. Okay, so this is his head, right? And we got to do this fancy art shit to help, with dimensions, right? Because artists like to add unnecessary lines to all their drawings that they eventually erase. So we create more work for ourselves in the process of creating, right? That's the artist way. And then we add another circle here. This will eventually be his eye. Of course, we need to give him more eye space because Gex needs a lot of eye, right? Because he's got those sassy eyes. Okay. And so continuing on, of course, we need to flesh out his head even more. And behind his eye is another eye. And he has sort of a duck bill almost coming out, which joins this line. So as it turns out, the line is not useless. But coming down from that line is this line, which gives Gex, that grin that he is known for. And then coming down from here, we have the bottom jaw, and you can already see it start to take form, right? And of course, we need to put an eye in there. Right on. Of course, we also need to give him that teeth, that smirk, and of course, the neck. Look, it's Gex.
He was the cool, nope, 30 ounce of high gravity drinker.
Thumbs up. Don't drink the water at Jerry Garcia's. Don't eat the trash at Richard's Palace. Maybe some color. Color is fun. Okay. There we go. It's Gex. Anyways, this next one is going to be a little bit more complicated. All right, so we start off with this circle, right? And this circle is going to be his head. I feel it's important to say that. Up here we have a circle that'll be his eye. A Gex sassy eye, Of course, lines, just lines. That's the art way. And anyways, coming down is the neck. Necks are important because they attach the head to the body often. The question is, where does the neck on a snake end, and where does the body begin? Riddle me that. But anyways, this is the body. You might think this is enough, but no. That classic Gex sassy smile. We also need to give him a little bit of the eyes. You're right, it does need arms. Because how can Gex have the smooth moves if he doesn't have arms? And that's what we are adding in right now. It's my mistake for supporting the Gex economy. Anyways, where were we? Oh, I was talking about feet, but now we need to add more details. The head is okay, except that overbite. I'm not wild about that overbite. So we need to give him a little bit more head. and not the kind that he usually enjoys. I don't feel like doing anything with the hands. Honestly, I think the hands are fine. It's fine, you know. Let's just clean this shit up, make it more Gex-like. Right there. How could you confuse this for anything else other than Gex? I mean, really, that's a Gex for sure. Sure. I like that. That is neato. This is Gex. You cannot tell me it is not Gex. In fact, that is fine. That is fine. But Gex does need toes. I know how important toes are to many people. Probably even people around here. There we go. It's tail time. You know what? Exactly. I am the Gexpert. Some people may question my legitimacy as a Gexpert, but that is fine. Anyways, there we go. It's tail time. Moving on. But yes. So let's get started with Kung Fu Gex. So Kung Fu Gex, like many Gex, he has a head, and that would be the head. And of course, as we've established before, he has the eyes. That is where the eye will go. That is an eye. This is where the mouth is. But we do have a neck. The neck and the head seems to be, or at least the head seems to be fairly consistent with Gex's. This body we have coming out here, this is the body, I believe. And no, we have a stump. Just this stump coming out. And then from here we have another stump. And this is a tail. It is major tail time going on right here. And if you think you know what's going on in this drawing, that just means you don't. And over here we have this stump, but coming off from this stump, we have another stump. There we go. We need to add more eye to Gex. So we add that eye, and of course we need to add more mouth to Gex, because Gex is known for that mouth. So, and then we come down, and Gex is like, yeah! And so coming off here, we have another stump. It's possible this stump is the start of an arm, and it's possible this stump over here is the start of another arm. Yeah! Look at that. Look, we could leave it like this, and it would be somebody who had their hands and feet chopped off, and it would be beautiful. It would be inspiring, because it would go to show that even if you lack hands and feet, you can still kung fu fight. But Gex is fortunate in the fact that he has full use of his appendages, so that is not where we are actually gonna stop. Anyways, let's give Gex hands. So Gex has fingers on his hands. This hand appears to be somewhat fist-like, which would make sense because he is kung fu fighting. And this foot here is over here. There's some toes or some shit. This one, there's also toes. And that is a Gex. But let's get this cleaned up once again to make this more obvious what this is, because we need people to know. All right, that is amazing. Look at that. All right. On to Private Gex. Gex is in the military, and when you're in the military, you have a head, and what covers that head is a helmet. Underneath the helmet is an eye that is there. And then once again, connecting that head to the body is a neck. And of course we have the body that comes down from the neck. I did not give myself enough space, but you know what? It's too late now. His feet, his legs, it's a lost cause. And this is the start of an arm. Anyways, let's draw the mouth. That's a mouth. Arm. It comes up, and there it is. There we go. That is Gex saluting. And you know what? He has a collar, because when you are in the military, you are dressed fancy. You gotta make sure your clothes are nice. He has a little backpack on back here, and of course, a backpack often has straps. And you know, a lot of people often have two arms. Not everybody that's been in the military has two arms, but Gex is pretty fortunate. From here, there is a tail. Yeehaw! That tail, because it's tail time. Look at that tail. It's a beautiful tail. And of course, this leg, though, of course, comes out in front. So we will darken that up just to make sure. There's boots coming off here, and I'm sure he has very nice boots. We will have to fit these boots in here because we did not properly assess the amount of page we had. So these are our boots now. Good enough. He needs a bottom piece to that mouth, and that is what that bottom piece looks like. So says me, and he's giving the camera. He's looking right at the camera there with that eye, and of course he's smoking a cigarette. USA, USA, USA. Maybe we should at least clean this up just a little bit. And yes, thank you. This is Long John Gex. Long John Gex is not a porn star. He is a pirate. But like a porn star, pirates do get the booty. So anyways, that is Gex's head. And head, as you already know, it contains an eye. There is so much eye that it's popping right off Gex's head. And the thing about heads is they are a good place to put hats. And this is the neck, which is going into the body. It is one massive shape right now for the moment, but there will be more to this, I swear. I do. Like, I swear a lot. But anyways, there we go. That's an arm. And this is another arm. Unfortunately, this Gex is handicapped, so he does not have a hand here. And I've made a lot of handicap jokes this stream already, maybe too many, you could argue. Coming off, we have this. This is a part of Gex's pirate attire, and over here, we got the start of a foot. But we also have another foot. This is not a foot, this is a leg. Feet are often attached to legs. This leg, unfortunately, does not have a foot attached to it. Pirate Gex has had a hard life. The pirate life is hard. The pirate life has done Gex mighty wrong. So we're not having any of that skull shit. No, that is just, no. It's gonna be positivity time on Hamster's Art Corner. There we go. Yep, that's exactly what I want and need out of life. So Gex's mouth, we all know it. It sticks out quite a bit. Gex is known for his mouth. So it comes up like, yeah, and then it comes down like yeah. And that is Gex's face. mostly. But Gex's neck, his body, he's actually wearing a pirate shirt, which starts right about there, and actually does go to here, and it ends about there. If you wondered what shirts look like, wonder no more. Because this is what they look like. But now we draw the foot. This foot. This is just a peg. Don't be a pirate. Pirate life is hard. I don't recommend it. There's part of the shirt. This part of the shirt comes out, and this is and he's holding something. This hat, let's make it look a little bit more like a pirate hat. There we go. Boom. Pirate hat. Gex has an eye, and he uses them for looking directly into your soul. That's a much better Gex than the last one. I am proud of that Gex face. But let's move down a little bit and start working on other details for this. You know, let's get a little bit more of this shirt done, right? And this thing that he's holding, it's a sword. Yep, that's yep. I want to make what he's wearing red. Red is a very jolly color. His pirate lifestyle has caught up to him. He has a hook. I guess we can just make this gray. Yeah, looking fancy, bro. Too fancy. This is okay-ish so far, but we need to do something about this leg situation. We need to get this leg situation under control. And you know what time it is? It is in fact tail time. Now it is tail time. Just on principle. There we go. Swoosh. Yeah, he does have these weird gecko feet. They gave him that much. That's like a gecko foot, kind of. Yeah, close enough. There we go. Unfortunately, over here, it is all tragedy. And you know what they say, life... No, wait. Life is... That punchline took way too long to set up. That is, yeah, okay, there we go. That is Long John Gex. Anyways, the next one we got is Gex Capone. Let's just get rid of this. See you later, Gexerator. Gex Capone. He like many of the Gexes that we have drawn, he has a head. And what is on top of this head? Well, like Private Gex and like Long John Gex, there is a hat, and this is the start of that hat. It is a big ol' hat. It is a much bigger hat than the other ones. And like a lot of the old drawings we did, this one has some fancy art lines to help us keep track of things. What is this fancy art line helping us keep track of? Stay tuned to find out, right? Coming down from here, we have a line, we have another line, and the neck is connected to the start of our body. Now this is Gex Capone. He is a mobster. So he dresses nice when he shakes you down for money, you know, so this is the start of some good clothes. Anyways, there's more shirt. Here, we'll make the hand a little bit bigger. And then coming off from this, there's a perspective thing going on in this one. So this will look weird now, and it will look weird when I'm done with it, but it'll look more better when I'm done. So this leg is coming off here. This is not the foot. This is the start of the foot. This is the bottom of the leg. And art is all about making things more complicated. It's kind of like speedrunning in a way, where you put a lot of time into doing something faster. And this art is the same thing, where you use more lines to eventually make less lines. It all makes sense in the cosmic grand scheme of things. Anyways, here's another line that comes out, and this line also is a leg that will eventually go down into a foot. As you can see, this is a terrible monstrosity, and this will be our eye. Totally, yes. Just yes, but also no. Let's clean this up. That's an eye, and you cannot deny. So this hat comes down and around, but you know what? I give up. Here we go. This is a hat now. This is a hat, and you cannot tell me otherwise. And then this is Gex's mouth. But we also need to give him more mouth. Let's just clean this up just a little bit. That is close enough. Let's add some color to this hat. That is Gex's face. Since Gex is he's Gex Capone, he's got one of those big old cool trench coats, because the weather in Chicago's, it's the windy city because it blows. Anyways, let's give Gex a hand. He needs his hand for handling things. That is certainly a hand. But there is also going to be a second arm, which comes out like that. Yeah, and also the raincoat comes down like that, kind of, I guess, is kind of like this, but not really. There is also the raincoat comes off kind of like that, which would make sense. Let's clean this up a little bit, and also we should also make this leg over here come together a little bit more. That is Gex Capone right there. Moving on. Gex has another hand, and that hand comes off this arm, which would make sense. I mean, we can place hands wherever we want and claim art. Gex, you know, he's a mobster, so he's you know, he dresses nice, so he wears a tie. There, that's nice. Brown raincoat seems about right. Yeah, there we go. Maybe let's make these shoes black. Well, that is Gex Capone. Next, and I think this will be the last one, and the last Gex of the night is a real rough and ready Gex. It is Gladiator Gex. So once again, Gex has a head. We need to draw that head, and within that head is an eye. This is the eye area, and there is a mouth area. We are a slave to the lines. But of course, maybe we should draw the neck. Yep, that's a neck. And there's this thing coming off Gex's head, which will eventually turn into some sort of wild hat that gladiators are known to have. One of them wild gladiator hats. Ah, shit. Anyways, and a gladiator body, and one of these skirt things. Ah, fuck. This is an arm, right? And there's gonna be more arms, because what is a body without arms? It is a torso. And this is not like a sassy pose. This is an action pose that I screwed up, but it kind of looks like a sassy pose. This is a leg. and it is coming out here. Tail, yay. Anyways, continuing on with the hat, it wants us to add this detail. This will make sense when it's done. I hope you're all following along at home and learning with me. And then coming off here is more mouth. Yep, but then coming up from the top mouth, what is that? You say it is bottom mouth. Let's give him some eye. From this part of the hat is like this weird feathery crap. It's good enough. From this, there is a hand. And this hand is going to be a little fancier with the pose. And maybe I should try and put some effort into it. But God, I am so tired of effort. So here's some hands. I mean, it's a hand with fingers. Fingers are different than hands. I don't know why, but all my Gexes so far are chain smokers, so whatever. Moving on, he has some pauldrons. I believe the shoulder pads are not exactly pauldrons. I don't know what any of this shit's called. So we have some of this shit going on. Let's clean some of his face up real quick. That is not a bad face, if I do say so myself. And he has his armor skirt. It allows for mobility and protection. But over here, his hand is not actually doing a pose, but I made it look like a pose, and it's hard to see. So it's too late for any of that now. We gotta do something about these feet, though. There's another foot coming back, apparently. Sure, why not? That's good enough. And this foot is doing like this, but not really. And this foot is doing like this. There it is. There's Gladiator Gex. Nope. We gotta give it some color. Pink. What is that? Indigo is not a real color. Turquoise. Why not make armor aqua? It is cool. Yeah, sure. Some gray maybe. Some more gray. There we go. There's... See you later. Gladiator.
You are not!
If you don't start drinking Wilkins coffee, I'll make you into two befores.
I should have saw this coming.
Is that saw blade too loud?
Wild wacky action bike! Wild wacky action bike! The bike is hard to ride! Wild wacky action bike is almost impossible to steer and it glows in the dark. Gonna try to ride it all day long, but I'm gonna fail 'cause it's wild wacky action bike! You can't ride it, wild wacky action bike! Wild wacky action bike comes with everything you see here.